you are almost, most definitely, most likely, absolutely going to jail. Isn't that how you put it?
It's likely you are definitely going to jail. Definitely.
Let's see here. This is why we're here, you guys. This is why we're here. One. Oh, wait, it's playing. Good God Almighty. This is hard. Okay, hold on. All right.
This is crazy to me, but somebody posted a video recently and it was really silly to me. I don't even know who this person is. Claiming that they were mentored by somebody prominent in the church. I'm wondering, who's that prominent in my church? That all we want is their money. Who do I ask for money? Who can actually stand and say, I told them to give me money? Or I said to them, I need Gucci's and whatever's. Listen, I've posted how I live. I don't need anybody's money. I've been saying this for years. I say it all the time. I don't need anybody's money. If I needed money, I'll take salary from church. I don't.
One more time. Just make sure we heard that right. Make sure we got that right. I don't need anybody's money. I don't take salary from church. This may not be lined up right. Let me see.
I don't.
Oh.
Not because it's a sin.
Hold on.
But I don't need to. But anyway.
Okay. Okay. So if my ears serve me correctly, he doesn't take salary from church, and he doesn't need to. I didn't say that. He said that. Did we all hear him? Thumbs up. Before we get going, because this is very critical, give me a thumbs up if you heard him say that he doesn't need to take salary from church. And if you didn't hear it, let's hear it one more time. Hold on, one more time.
Or I said to them, I need Gucci's and whatever's. Listen, I've posted how I live. I don't need anybody's money. I've been saying this for years.
Right.
I say it all the time.
Right.
I don't need anybody's money.
But do you take money from
If I needed
church?
money, I'll take salary from church. I don't.
You don't. Okay.
Not because it's a sin.
Right.
But I don't need to.
Okay.
But anyway.
Okay. So church money and Lovy's money, two different things. He does not benefit from church money. That's how I'm understanding that, right, you guys? Like, he's been living this way for years. The church is something that the Lord called him to do at 6 years old, as he tells us all the time, every waking breath he gets. He's got his own thing going on, right? If the ministry were to fail today, according to what I'm hearing, he would be fine because he doesn't take money from church. Church money. The financial impact of defendant's false statements. This is paragraph 16, page 5, sentence 7. As a pastor and spiritual leader, I derive my income through ministry-related activities, including teaching spiritual courses, leading mentorship programs, hosting conferences, and income I gain from my social media platforms where I offer my teachings and guidance. Does this sound like somebody that doesn't use church for money? Does it? Does it, you guys? Maybe you guys didn't hear the first part. As a pastor and spiritual leader, I derive my income primarily through ministry-related activities. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Lovy Langomba Elias. Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't write this. Jax didn't write this. We didn't make this up. You can find this document was filed electronically by Superior Court of California. But I don't know, guys, I'm about to crash out. I'm about to crash out. I'm about to crash out. So which one is it? So which one is it? You don't get any money from the church. You don't need to. It doesn't matter. And again, when we say the church, you can refer to, I feel like people don't understand like a 501c3 and how charity is supposed to work. Jax will break all that stuff down to you. She's really, really good at it. And again, as he said, there's nothing wrong with taking salary as a pastor. If you did that, that's well within your right. Scripture shows us that. Even Paul talks about that, but he said that he preferred not to. So that would be an example for other people. But you go out of your way every chance you get to tell us that church money and Lovy money have nothing to do with each other. And people often will say, or he will say, that there's Prophet Lovy Ministries and there's Revelation Church LA Ministries. But as if you look at the Attorney General complaint, people have said, I have given to Prophet Lovy thinking I was giving to Revelation Church. Why? Because they are clearly synonymous. Why? Because he uses Revelation Church property to host his own live streams, to host his conferences, to host his schools. Make it make sense. And I want to read it to you again. My where did it go? Where did it go, y'all? I'm getting worked up. As a pastor and spiritual leader, I derive my income primarily. That means it's the main source of income. He buys those teeth, he buys those cars, he pays for those women, he pays for those jets, primarily through ministry related activities. When you're talking about a ministry, we're talking about ministering to people, talking to people, preaching to people, encouraging people. Spiritual courses, leading mentorship programs, hosting conferences, and income I gain from my social media platforms where I offer my teachings and guidance. So you can never Lovy again in your life say that Prophet Lovy Ministries is no longer synonymous with your income if you're telling us that ministry related activities is how you get your income. They don't get to go like this anymore. You've now created a single line for us to observe. I don't know how else we're supposed to take that. All this time you've been gaslighting the public, telling us you don't take any church money. There's no church this, there's no this, there's no this, there's no that. All this time. I don't need any money. Me and my brothers were touring before. I do music. I have this. I have that. But it's your primary source of income. He's a fraud. And again, Jax is much more equipped and ready or in her time and able to properly break down 501c3, to properly break down the misuse of funds, to properly break down how this is not really the way that you want to go. It's unfortunate that you tried to make a play to get things sealed, but you just exposed yourself even more. So now I'm sure you guys, we can expect some sort of something again where he's going to make JT say, JT, wasn't I giving money before? Actually, let's just listen because the guy can't stop flapping his gums. And I thought this was absolutely hilarious. You know, one thing about the truth is you don't need 1 million people to co-sign it because it's the truth, whether they co-sign it or not. But let's listen to him tell us once again how he's always just there, able to give to people, even rats himself out when he literally says that he gave money to his now wife. So you mean your ex-spiritual daughter who's now your wife? Oh, you mean when you were literally doing inappropriate acts in the church with her while you were married, you were giving her money? That's nasty. Oh, you nasty. Y'all are nasty. I'm sorry. It gets to a point where it's just like, listen to this. Listen to him. Just telling on yourself, babe. You just keep telling on yourself. Here's what he had to say about people calling him a thief.
That's why I always laugh at people who call me a thief. Give JT the mic. JT, Yes. What would happen when people give?
You would, those who were serving, you would give to them to even make sure that they had gas.
Not him putting a picture of Cloud in there.
People would give. I'll take that money, give it back to the people who are serving, the Bettys, the Lees. I would give them the Elena before she was your wife, even my wife before she was my wife. I'll give everybody gas.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You keep incriminating yourself. So to anybody who was not sure who Maggie was before she is what she is now, oh, we get it. We get it. We get it. It's all making sense. It's all making sense now. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. But then you want to come on here in this document, tell us that money doesn't matter to you, that you don't take church money. And again, church money is synonymous with ministry money. You don't get to separate them just because there's not a physical salary that says salary from Revelation Church LA. It's not that. That's not how that works. That's not how the law works. We don't do that around these parts. Bucko, you want to be an American? Okay, great. You're going to have to operate by American law. And I don't think you're going to like that. You're not going to like it. You were all big and bold and bad. And you know what's so funny is he had the nerve to post something about when letters get sent out, people get real quiet. Yeah, here you are trying to seal something up. Hold on. Let me show y'all this. I don't know where this boldness comes from. It's actually terrifying. I fear. Look at this. Now you try to sound. People get real quiet when they get that mail. People get real quiet when they get that mail. Really, babe? I feel like you got real quiet when these exposés came out. I feel like you want to get real quiet when you try to get stuff sealed up. I feel like you try to get real quiet when you redacted money that you made in these documents. Why you redact it? Why would you redact it? Read the documents. Nothing but thick, bold, black lines where it says, I have lost money in earnings between January and June 2025 alone. Interesting. Literally, Jackson's so funny. Literally, no one got quiet. Literally, no one got quiet. I thought he said that different people came and was donating millions to him, and that's how he brought the church. I don't know. I'm sure he'll come out later with some people that were donors, and they're going to tell you how blessed they were in order to give to the ministry of Lovy of Elias. I can't even say the guy's name right. And you'll find Kenyan blogger after Kenyan blogger after Kenyan blogger talking about how Lovy didn't make it in Kenya, so he came to America to be a scamming preacher. Literally what his own cousin said. In fact, Christian and Masango were the ones that were doing Bible study. Christian and Masango were the ones that were actually pursuing the Lord. If you go right now to Christian's Facebook page, you will see nothing but post after post after post about the love of the Lord, scriptures about how he is depending on God for his healing. You will see nothing but encouraging content from Christian way before Lovy started doing all this stuff. And then one day Lovy said, I'm going to do this prophet thing. Ask him right now how he accepted Christ. Ask him right now about salvation. Not calling, salvation. Many are called, few are chosen. Ask about salvation. Can't tell you. He'll just keep telling you when he was called. Now, I would love to hear the new story that he's going to spin out about how he accepted salvation at 6 years old. I can't wait to hear it. Get your popcorn, you guys. I just, yeah. And I gotta be honest, you guys, I think, you know, by now, I'm not sure how many other contradictions that you guys need to hear or to recognize the truth. But he just told us, and I'll let you guys hear it again. Right now, according to this paperwork, Lovy Low is down bad. Money is drying up. People are leaving. Reputation is hurting. According to this paperwork. But according to his words, which I'll let you hear again.
Give me money. Or I said to them, I need Gucci's and whatever's. Listen, I've posted how I live. I don't need anybody's money. I've been saying this for years. I say it all the time. I don't need anybody's money. If I needed money, I'll take salary from church. I don't. Not because it's a sin, but I don't need to. But anyway.
Okay. Okay. He don't need church money, y'all. He don't need a seed. He don't need nothing. Doesn't matter to him. He doesn't need it. As a pastor and spiritual leader, I derive my income primarily through ministry-related activities, including teaching, spiritual courses, leading mentorship programs, hosting conferences, and income I gain from my social media platform where I offer my teachings and guidance. But he don't need no money from ministry, y'all. He don't need it. So guys, you cannot continue to defend. You cannot continue to support these sorts of things. And we just showed you what he's doing with that money. He showed that the wife said to buy a new Tesla. So we got a new Tesla. He showed that after he had filed this complaint in March, in May, he was on a private jet. So, and it's what's very interesting is that with a 501c3, there's certain forms that you have to file, right? A 990 being one of them, where the public gets to see 3 years of your tax records. Where's the 990? Where's the 990? Jax, are you still here? Can you tell us what a 990 is? Because we haven't seen it. It hasn't come up. We haven't seen it. We're confused. So that we don't speculate where the money is going. So we don't think that the money is going to your $36,000 teeth or to your jet or to your cars or to your property. Where is the money going? Because you just said right here that that's where you derive most of your income. And then we see your lifestyle as you told us you've been living for years. So where's the money going? See, I told you the Kenyans don't want to accept him. And yeah, this is a very good point here. He claims he's been living a certain way for years, yet then you pull this. You were literally living with your in-laws for how long? And then you say when you got a divorce, you and Drew were literally living in the studio. You were living in bathrooms. You pull this pursuit of happiness. So which one is it? 990 has never been filed since founding in 2016. Where's the money, Lovy Low? Where's the money going? Show the public. Hate to break it to you. That's breaking the law. You are almost, most definitely, most likely, absolutely going to jail. Isn't that how you put it? I don't know. I would drop this. You know, you realize every time you touch paperwork, bad things happen. Actually, good things happen because this is important. Every time you fix that pen to paper, every time you hit up Michael and Ceci, you keep digging yourself in a deeper hole, sweetheart. Why? Why? Why